Hello, it's TruthSOSeeker here, and I'm back for another game of Halo Wars with you guys. Halo Wars 2 in particular. I'm still running Decimus. I know it may seem like I've been doing a lot of him, but I kind of just did one giant spree of Decimus, and these were basically a compilation of all the games. This is the last game I actually have, so after this I'm going to actually have to get some more. I'm thinking maybe atriox or shipmaster. Kinsano actually just received a huge nerf, and I was considering running her, but since she just got nerfed all over the place, I'm probably just going to stick with either atriox or shipmaster here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a little poll here, and I'd like to ask what you guys want to see. So do you want to see some shipmaster gameplay, or do you want to see some atriox gameplay? So go ahead and let me know that. But enough of that, we're going to go ahead and get into the game now. So my opponent's Cutter, and if you haven't seen from any of my other games, then you really need to go raid camp against UNSC, particularly against Cutter, because his infantry is just so fast, and since they can hit you so early on, you need to have suicide grunts to deal with that, as you'll see in this game. So I built a chopper. I'm going to his side to try and fight for some of the power, because even though I'm going only single generator and I'm going to be going raid camp, I do want to try and fight for some of the power, because I think that having the power is really useful, because I am trying to get to Tech 2 with a single power generator. It is worth noting, by the way, that I feel that I have good spawn here, because I'm able to grab this mini base very easily. It's very convenient for me to grab it, rather. So I feel this may be potentially good spawn, in my sense. So I see he sends his Marine here, and first off, look at how this chopper is just so beautifully ramming. You see he's just flying all around him in circles, but my opponent does something really smart here. He goes for the power node and he starts attacking it because the Sentinels auto-target vehicles. So even though he was the one who initiated the attack, the Sentinels were going to target me. And he's trying to use that to basically keep me from engaging his Marine, and he actually gets me to back off in a sense. I actually probably could have stayed, because I didn't consider this at the time, but we are on Frontier, meaning that we have healing rings. So after I had killed the Marine, true, I could have been red barred, but I could have went to the healing ring afterwards, and that did not cross my mind at the time. So I probably could have actually stayed and fought that Marine to the death, even if it meant me getting red barred. But from the practical stance, then I didn't think of that. It seemed rather risky. So I'm actually sending my chopper away from that pile of power up to the cylinder power in the corner, because I really want to try and get at least one of them, because I see it as the jackrabbit. So I assume he got the other one. I'm still going to send my grunt to potentially check it out here. But yeah, go ahead and I lock my base, because I feel that I don't really want to have my suicide grunts out. I don't know if they auto-target just if something's nearby, or if you actually have to push X. I feel they may auto-target if the enemy is close enough, or if the enemy's like, shooting at them in close enough. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it, but I didn't want to risk it for a biscuit. So I'm just leaving them locked in my base. Something I could be doing different here, and I was hesitant to do it because I figured he has Marines, he's already going for the power nodes, but I think I should have went grunts anyway. True, he has Marines, so I probably couldn't fight them very well, but I need some sort of protection for my suicide grunts. And the thing is, if I have no protection, I need something to kind of shield so that I can get my suicide grunts in range to actually hit the enemy. Because if they don't have a shield, then if he sees me coming with, say, 4 or 5 suicide grunts, he could try and grenade them as they're coming to me, and if I can't get some ambush off on him, then it's going to be harder to get them to land. It's like you see, I realize it here too. I'm realizing, okay, these suicide grunts are actually kind of bare. They don't really have much protection at all. If he had, say, jackrabbits, they would have been in for a lot of hurt. Luckily, jackrabbits aren't so effective to go, at least till now. They actually were buffed in the last patch. But yeah, I was assuming he wasn't going to be going jackrabbits. Probably something I should have at least checked, seeing as I saw he had at least one earlier, which is this one. This chopper, though, this chopper is really something else. I do get a ram on him. He was trying to go and run away here, but I actually queued the mini base to kind of mess up the pathfinding, or at least that was the intention. And I did manage to get that kill, which I was really happy for. Now you see there, actually, I tried to queue up a foundry, and it didn't register, which is really annoying. This game seems to have that problem reoccurring, where things just don't register. I was going to have that Suicide Grunt actually start to cap the node because I can't really hit the air, but they were auto-targeting him, so I decided just to back off. And yeah, here I even realized that, okay, that foundry wasn't queued up that I was building before. I decided to go for a power generator instead in the immediate, because I realized my power is really low. Why? Because I don't have a second generator. And this is something I forget about a lot. Maybe it's just because of habit that I'm used to having 2 generators, but I need to get back into the mindset that I only have 1 generator when I'm doing this build, and that I need to try and get a second one at some point in the near future. So you see I'm actually prioritizing upgrading this generator rather than getting any more troops out. Just because I kind of feel I need it. I also have the 2 mini bases going up because I know I'm going to need a lot of income to produce here. And I'm kind of just trying to hold my position a little bit. I'm expecting him to push really soon here because I figure he should have a big army here, and right there it is. So I figure I have pretty decent sight, so I was going to try and go in here. I see he has some snipers here. He was trying to snipe me. He honestly should have ran because you can see the damage output is immense here. And just to note this, I didn't know this, but if you actually send the vortex outside of your line of sight, it cancels. And I didn't know that at the time. So make sure you don't do that because that's, well, I mean, it cancels it. You don't want that. And here my grunt is, for some reason, just taking out that power node. I don't know why he was. Maybe I sent him there. I don't honestly know why he was doing that. But yeah, he's likely going to try and push now. I've been expecting this, and UNSC is generally going to want to push around this time anyway. Honestly, probably sooner, to be honest. I probably had it easy this game because he didn't. I keep sending this chopper back to the healing ring, and I think this is a good idea, by the way, just because, I mean, it's the only chopper I have, true. I could build another one, but just keeping that chopper alive, that chopper's worth a lot of money. It's like 240 supplies, and if I can keep healing that, then why not keep healing it, right? There's no need to just necessarily let it engage at low health and just die, especially on a map like this where I can keep getting some use out of it. So I'm on 3 generators now. I have a semi-decent amount of supply. I probably could upgrade some of those supply pads, to be honest, but I'm basically just sitting back and waiting to see what he throws at me here, because I'm assuming he's going to hit. I feel he has to hit, by the way, because if I manage to get a decent number of rangers out, combined with the locust broken range, like that force is honestly, in my opinion, maybe unstoppable by UNSC. Maybe unstoppable. It's a very, very strong combination. So I feel I have a semi-decent force, so I'm trying to poke a little bit. I'm sending my grunts in the front. If you notice, I sent that grunt off to the side to see where he was, because if I'm going to try and go up the ramp, I want to know where his army's at, so I don't just run straight into it with my main army. My chopper, as you saw there, did finally die, but I did get to kind of see where he was at least, and it did buy me a little bit of time to get up here. So I have my suicide grunts, and I'm kind of just waiting and seeing what he's going to go for here. If he pushes onto my main, I don't think that would be such a threat, because now that I'm on the high ground, I can kind of flank him from behind. He doesn't really have any Cyclops yet, so I can just kind of maneuver around. Also, this hill, again, due to the Locust's broken range, I can try and exploit that by hitting him from the other side of the hill. He does have Nightling Gales as well, so I could probably put I could do well to put a couple Reavers in my army, just to try and help. I think maybe he was trying to spawn camp my troops or something, because he's been kind of sitting out in the front, killing off some of my Rangers as they come out. But I see he's on my base now. I probably could have honestly built another turret. I know I've been rather low on supplies, but I probably could have done that. And here he tries to push onto me, and this is one of the benefits to having suicide grunts, is if the enemy ever tries to push on you, you can just throw the suicide grunts at them, and that, for example, will keep Cyclops from getting too close to you, because if you let Cyclops, not choppers, Cyclops get too close to you, they can really wreck Locust really fast, and that's, against a cutter player, that's something you really need to worry about, is them getting their Cyclops too close to you. So I managed to push off his initial hit, and At this point, I feel like I have a very, very good position. Spoiler alert, he did expand, actually, and that's why his attack was so delayed, because he didn't actually go in for a very strong early hit. But I feel even though he expanded, and I'm on one base, since I have a very decent army, this army is going to be very difficult for him to stop, because I have a very simple plan now, and I don't think there's a really good way to deal with it. Basically, on this map, there's two ridges that give you a very nice view of the enemy's base, and if you exploit that, then you can hit it, and it's really hard for the opponent to approach you. Now, I'm taking this way just because I feel going down into that valley could be risky, because that is where his potential army could be, and they could actually engage me there. So I'd rather, if they're going to try and come and engage me, I'd rather have the high ground to give me a little bit of extra fire time and prep time, because that little bit of extra time is really helpful. So you see he has a Cyclops there, and he's trying to come from behind, actually, but I don't think it would have been worth it for him to do that, because I have, 7 locusts, and I had all those rangers too helping. So I see he is somewhat trying to stay behind me, because he knows, like, if he doesn't stay near my army, it's just going to go to his base and kill it. So he knows he can't leave it alone. But the problem is here, is you see I have my ranger I'm actually scouting out just to see if he's going to try and push or not. But, like, I'm sitting on his base now, and he has to do something. If he just doesn't, obviously I'm just going to strip his base, and that'd be horrible for him. So I saw that he was sending his army up here. I see they're coming. So what I do is I got teleport, and I'm actually just going to teleport right down here. And you see, all that time he wasted coming up there is more or less like wasted, because now I have my army right next to his base, and he has to run all the way back down. It's funny, I actually missed a Cyclops, and now that Cyclops is just going to be able to stand there and get some free hits on the base. I honestly probably could have stayed to drop that. I just felt like pulling out because I felt my position was really good. I managed to strip his entire base, and my population was still really high, so I think I was playing a little too conservatively. Like, I didn't even see his bulk army. I mean, it's there now, but it wasn't before, and I think I honestly could have stayed a little longer. So I was going to try and push in here to drop some stuff, but I see he's coming for me, and I figure better would be to just try and pull back and fight his army, because that's what this composition excels at most, is hitting the enemy while retreating. So you see, he is gaining ground on me, and I'm trying to aim down with my rangers, his Cyclops, because they're the main things that are going to be stopping my locusts here. And I decide that I'm pretty much forced into fighting here. I can't run anymore. So I throw down a Siphon, I throw down a Vortex, and I just try to trade as fairly as I can. I managed to get rid of all of his Cyclops, though, and that basically secures me the win, because he doesn't have anything left that can actually deal with the locusts. I still have a semi-decent amount of rangers, so additional Cyclops aren't really going to work, and I even dropped his main. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, let me know if you want to see some Shipmaster gameplay or some Atriox gameplay, because I'm looking at doing one of those two. I haven't recorded any yet, so I just wanted to see if any of you guys had any opinions or suggestions as to what I should play. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. It really does help. And I'll see you guys in another one. Take care.